pace with control of this race. Here comes a run from Davey Hazard. He blocks the 10. Not going to be enough. Ryan Pace is going to win at Talladega.
Trying to hold off Wilson. He's done a good job so far. Wilson, one last desperate attempt to the bottom. He won't get there. Nick Curry wins at Bristol.
Coming out turn number 2, coming down the back straightaway here. Looks like he's in a class of his own right now.
Merzlak, one final time, get around the 55, big time send.
He hits the wall, he hits it, he gets the lead, but can he hang on to it? Oh my goodness, he made it to the line!
Big push down the backstretch is going to give him a good run through the corners.
Just a little bit
follow from the 1.
A little bit of contact there for second, but coming to the line, Toby Roberson's going to take home the checkered flag and victory here from the new Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Before I wrap things up here in this segment, your thoughts on the type of race we're going to see tonight? And I would have to agree.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to tonight's feature presentation of the Hobo Racing Cup Series Borthers Paint Collision 107 here live from the Chicagoland Speedway. As always, I'm your host, Joe Twansky. Alongside me tonight, you know him, you love him for his, well, zany characteristics. He is the one, the only, Mr. Ricky Collette. Welcome back to the booth, Ricky.
Joe, I'm glad to be back in the booth here tonight on a Tuesday, but we're doing something a little different. We're back with Hobo Cup Series tonight. Like you said, going to be a fun one here from Chicagoland. We know Chicagoland. It's fun, it's big, it's round. It's not too big, but it's round. It possibly might or might not be recognized by the current motorsports landscape as not existing, but it's a fun track, and we're here tonight with the Hobo guys, and we're going to have a fun old time. It's going to be great.
It's going to be a great time tonight. Going to go for 107 laps. Look at that. It's right there in the title. Make it nice and easy for you at home. Around this 1.5 mile racetrack here, 70 degrees clear, 2X tire wear tonight. So Ricky, for the fans that maybe have seen us race here at this version of Chicagoland earlier this year with Bomb Squad Racing, tonight going to be a little bit different because these drivers are going to be able to go around 30 to 33 laps on a tank of fuel and tires.
Yeah, it's going to stretch things out just a little bit. Tires are going to last out a little longer. Fuel's going to last out a little longer. It's going to have the same effect ultimately when the tires wear out, but it's going to just go at a slower rate, as it were. We'll change the strategy a little bit. 107 laps here, so we're looking at maybe like 3 stops here, I think.
Yes. Yes, 3 stops.
We didn't talk about that before this. I just made that number up out of nowhere. I bamboozled everyone. But they'll get
riveting
a little more time
television
out here.
for you folks at home.
Long run versus short run car is going to be a little bit of a different discussion tonight compared to the last time we did this with Bomb Squad. This same version of Chicagoland, just in the sense that cars are going to fall off a lot slower and also come to a lot slower. But
and we talk about tire wear a lot, and we have had this discussion a bunch of times all over different outlets here on JTN, whether it be Fake Racers Podcast or all these broadcasts. But tire wear is what produces, the guys that can come and go throughout the field, right? Climb the ladder, fall down the ladder, fall to the back, go to the front. Being able to manage those tires is such an essential skill in racing in general. Doesn't matter if it's a sim or you're actually out there beating and banging with your friends at a local short track. Being able to manage your tires is the ultimate skill, and these boys here, Hobo Racing, possess a lot of it. Going to be a lot of fun here tonight. Qualifying has run to its conclusion. Ricky, why don't you take us through tonight's starting lineup?
With pleasure, Joe, for tonight's race here with Hobo Racing League at the Chicagoland Speedway. Gonna have a field of 28 cars starting tonight. Of those 28 cars, 19 took a time in qualifying. And starting on the pole here tonight at a time of 28.503 seconds is going to be the 113 car of Caleb Lingle. Joining him on that front row is going to be the 11 machine piloted by Steve Grant, going to be starting in that second spot. From third position could be the 21 car of Randy Waugh. Fourth spot's going to go to the 10 of Randy Smith. A tale of two Randys on row number 2. Spot number 5 is going to go to the 95 of Wiley King. Herman Reese in that 73 Cadillac will be rolling up from the 6th position, and the 23 of Maverick will be starting right alongside him in the 7th spot. Starting from 8th will be the 59 car, going to be driven by Duke Sorensen, and following him is going to be the 9 machine, not the 9 machine, the 9th spot of Jason San Diego piloting the 22 machine. Rounding up top 10, Ron Simpson, the 25 car, will be starting for the 10th position. 112 car of Eddie Rayleigh will be starting for the 11th spot. And Fugate in the 9 will be starting from 12th spot. 13th position goes to the 41 car, piloted by Josh Boyer tonight. Jeff Stekenis of the 31 will be starting 14th, right behind him. In 15th spot is going to be the 07 car, piloted by Steve Urbino. From the 16th position, we're going to have the 81 car of Troy Donahue. From the 17th spot, it's going to go to the 78 car, piloted by Ryan Johnson. 18th position goes to the 4 car of Matthew Stern. And last car ticket time in qualifying this evening, rest of the field picked on random draw, is going to be the 44 car that's going to be piloted by Dan Rubino this evening in the 19th position, as I previously stated. Rounding out the rest of the field on random draw, starting for the 28th spot is going to be the 28 machine of Keith McLean. From 21st spot is going to be the 43 car of Mopar. 22nd spot will go to the 94 car of Ken Hansen. From 23rd spot is going to be the 85 car of Ricky Bumbalo. And right behind him in 24th spot is going to be the 740 of Michael Moore. 25th position goes to that 48 car, Phil Lacasse, and then 27th is going to go to the 98 car, BP. Oh, wait, did I do that right? Wait, Phil's 25th, BP's in 26th. Okay, 27th is going to go to the 27 car of Frank. I don't even know if we know how to pronounce this, Joe. Frank Baum.
That's what I always say. I'm pretty sure I'm wrong, but you know.
And 28th spot, rounding out the field in the 19 car, is going to be Rod Weston. And that's going to be the starting lineup for tonight's race here at Chicagoland. 28 cars, big old field for a Chicagoland race, Joe. Should be a fun one. You're going to have to take that into account when you're doing pitch strategy here, especially if we're getting cautions, any yellow flag pit stops. Really take into account, it's going to take a lot of work to move up and down this field with all these cars out on track.
Going to take some time, and you see a couple of those Team Speedland Pontiacs that start on the outsides of rows 1 and 2. Steve Grant, Randy Smith. They're through turns 3 and 4 now, back down the front straightaway, but going to take some time for some of those heavy hitters, right? I look at Jeff Stekenis, Josh Boyer back there in row number 7 in the 13th and 14th positions as two guys that a lot of times we see up towards the front in these races, starting towards the back. Ryan Johnson, Keith McLean, a couple other ones back there as well. You got some guys, too, that we usually expect to run up inside the top 10 struggling. It's up and down the field so far tonight. Going to be a fun one. Again, your comers and goers, your movers and shakers here tonight from Chicagoland. That's what you love to see as a race fan. We're going to be bringing it to you live right here on JTN, so make sure if you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe. We do this all the time live, NR 2003 Racing, right here on the JoeTowNetwork weekly. Every Thursday night through November, most Tuesday nights, some Sundays, bunch of different nights mixed in there, bunch of Mondays coming as well. So again, JTN going to be your home for all of the best NR 2003 live online sim racing right here on YouTube.
Happy hour's wrapping up right now. Just a few more ways around for these guys, and we'll be over into the race session, getting ready to start this event. Everyone just taking some pace laps out here, making sure that they know where their pit stalls are on pit road. That's going to be imperative tonight. Caleb Lingle gonna have the best spot there, that first spot on pit road, just by nature of picking out the pole. You have a straight shot, excuse me, off of pit road. Won't have to deal with anyone ahead of him during pit stops. Gives him a huge advantage over the rest of the field, especially if we come down during a caution.
For sure, and I think that's always something you're going to keep in your back pocket if you're the 113. Maybe you don't battle as hard for that lead. Maybe you just kind of you're okay with sitting in second, right? Because we have the feeling, a lot of these drivers seem to have the feeling that some cautions may occur tonight. We're hoping for this race to run 107 laps, green flag, no one to get injured or hurt with their race car out there on track, but we also all know as race fans that that's probably not going to be the case, because these guys are going to be pushing it for all 107 of those laps. Command coming. Drivers getting lined up on the grid as we await the command to get these engines fired here from Chicagoland. Waiting on our pole sitter.
Drivers, please start your engines.
As you hear the quick command, I believe that's the first time we've heard that one. It was a little different, Ricky.
A little different.
A little different. Field getting lined up behind our Dodge Charger safety car, pace car, whatever you want to call it. Gonna line up here, full pace lap. Give these fans one more show at these beautiful liveries. Again, Caleb Lingle starting on the pole with Steve Grant to his outside. Then it's Randy Waugh and Randy Smith. The Randy row, Randy squared on row number 2. Row 3 going to be Wiley King and Herman Reese in the 95 and 73 respectively. Maverick in the 23 and the 59 of Duke Sorensen in row number 4. And rounding out your top 10 going to be Jason San Diego and Ron Simpson. So Lingle going to lead us to green, a driver that has battled for the championship the last 2 years here at Hobo Racing. That 113 team going to be looking strong here tonight. Going to be looking for a good result here on the 1.5 miles. Dodge Charger safety car going to make the hard left turn down the pit lane here momentarily as we get ready to go racing here from just outside the Windy City in Joliet, Illinois. Fans on their feet. They're ready because racing is back here at the Chicagoland Speedway. We're ready up here in the booth. Green flag. We're underway here from Chicagoland. All right, you see the top 4 going single file in the order that they lined up. Let's call it top 6 now. First battle side by side down the back. Going to be Maverick to the inside of Sorensen in the 59.
After inside Sorensen, you see he's getting a big push from Jason San Diego, trying to get that advantage. Duke Sorensen's going to come back on the high line, though. Power up right on by him in that 59 machine. Really good run for Duke Sorensen on that high line as they come down the front straightaway. Lap 1, Caleb Lingle holding a pretty commanding lead over Steve Grant by a couple of car lengths here.
A pretty good start to the race for the majority of this field. Single file throughout. You see the flyby here off of turn number 2. Everyone minding their P's and Q's to start this thing.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be those first few laps. Cold tires here are a little rough, and I think everyone wants to make sure that they can get their feet on the track and not really get into too sticky of situations until they know what their cars are doing. Chicagoland's notorious for being pretty unwieldy when you're on cold tires, so you usually need 1 or 2 laps to really get the temperatures in these good years, and they'll start to grip up and really start showing some speed. As we're talking, though, Steve Grant's starting to close that gap in on Caleb Lingle.
And Grant's starting to close in on that Ford Fusion of Caleb Lingle out in front of the fields. Led the first 3 laps here tonight in the 113. Doing a good job of just kind of managing the gap to start this race. Randy Waugh also up there in that 21 Alabama Crimson Tide Dodge.
Barreling down the back stretch here.
Before we get too deep into the broadcast, want to give a big shout out to Hobo Racing fan legends. Ann and Barbara in chat, welcome back. Glad to have Hobo Racing back here on JTN tonight. Glad you're tuning in. Hope you're having a fantastic Tuesday evening.
Up front, Caleb Lingle, that car not really sticking on the bottom line. I think Steve Grant's just been continuously running faster laps right there with the 113. I think he's just trying to find a way to get to the inside. You can see he's got his nose down there.
No.
Lingle. Oh, Grant gets really loose there off of 4. How did he save that, Joe?
I have no idea how Steve Grant was able to save that car. Nonetheless, though, those tires got to be screaming at him right now. Smoked him a little bit off of turn number 4, but managed to hold on to that race car. What a save out of the driver of the number 11.
What a save indeed. It looked like he was trying to go to the inside of the 113. The car just got a little bit free on exit, but man, like you said, he smoked him. That wasn't even just like, oh, a little slide. He locked the tires up for a quick second there to get it straightened out. So great job by Steve Grant to keep that car under control. Keeps him in this fight, keeps him in this race, but he will have to worry about if that tire is going to show him any issue as this run progresses. Like you said, like 30 laps to a fuel run, so you don't want to be out there on a flat spot tire for a very long time, because that's bad news bears right there.
You saw Randy Waugh able to get to the inside of Caleb Lingle down the back straightaway, not able to capitalize, though. The 113 outside line in turns 3 and 4 looks like it's a little bit stronger right now. 1 and 2, it still seems like you want to be right there on the bottom, or at least as close to it as possible.
Oh, we got a car around front straightaway, Joe. 78 of Ryan Johnson, contact with the 41 of Josh Boyer. Caution is out here. As it's all going on, Duke Sorensen down on pit road. I don't know if he actually ended up going a lap down, but this might actually help him.
The replay of it coming off the corner. Gets loose there on the apron, comes back up the track. Steve Rubino also involved in that one. You see Josh Boyer there in the Puppers Ford. You big
That's
Puppers
what I'm
guy?
talking about, Joe. It's very loose down there. That's really what these guys are going to be dealing with all night, is that this track is not super grippy. It's rough, it's coarse, it's loose. Places on the track you think you should be able to run don't necessarily mean you're going to be able to run there, and looks like that's what happened with the 78 of Ryan Johnson. Fortunately, not a lot of hard hits in that incident. I think he'll be able to get that repaired and keep rolling here. Realistic damage tonight, but I really don't see any considerable dings or dents on that 78 car or on the 41 of Josh Boyer for that matter.
So it brings out our first caution of the night. Field going to take advantage. Everyone coming down the pit lane. A couple guys staying out. Randy Smith, Duke Sorensen also staying out, probably trying to get a wave around in that 59. See the 11 of Grant having issues getting into his box, had to back up, going to cost him some time. Also doesn't put Randy Waugh in a good position. That 21 kind of boxed in. Lingle down and away.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's got no issue getting off the road here.
That 21 car Waugh had to cut that wheel. Oh my goodness.
Herman Reese leapfrogged everyone out there to jump into second in line. He was rolling 6th when they came down pit road. So great job of that 73 team to take advantage of that and capitalize. Hopefully, right. No. Hopefully that holds. He slowed down. I got scared. Last time we had this story, we did this a few weeks ago.
We've done this a couple times.
I think it was Bomb Squad that he got off pit road, Joe. We were like, man, Herman Reese is really good on pit road. Then he got a speeding penalty.
It was a little too good, right?
A little too good. This week, it works pretty good. Also, isn't actually second in line. Looks like Randy Waugh did beat him off pit road just barely. So, really, Herman Reese from 6th up to 3rd. Still a net gain for that 73 team. Still a good jumping position. That'll put him right up with the leaders. He'll be able to take advantage of that, and we'll see what the 73 Cadillac can do. But Randy Waugh, Caleb Lingle, first 2 cars in line there. Rod Weston out on track right now still. Scored as the leader. We'll see if Weston decides to stay out. Duke Sorensen going to take that wave around, like you said. Let's see what Sorensen does, because someone just stayed out. Lieutenant Randy Smith stayed out last time to get that lap led. I think that's what Weston's doing. But we'll see if he tries to take a gamble with the tires. Like I said, 30 laps, so 10 laps isn't horrible on those tires, but I mean, it's still going to probably factor in a little bit.
I mean, you can look at it like this. You're getting close to being able to do it on 2 more stops if you pit here, too. So, am I doing that math correctly? Because then I can get to about 43. Then I can get to, like, 76. Probably a little past 43, right? I can get to probably 45. I can get to 78.
But like you said, Joe, these guys aren't really anticipating. They're anticipating a tough track today. It could be plausible that maybe they're anticipating some cautions on restarts as well. Rod Weston does look like he was just doing that lap to get the lap led. Coming down, Caleb Lingle will reassume the lead. Randy Wall will be in second. Third to be Herman Rees. Fourth, Wiley King in the 95 car. And fifth goes to Jason San Diego. So a bit of a shuffle up of positions on pit road there with that issue for Steve Grant.
I do raise you the point, though. If you can put yourself in a good position now, there's still a high likelihood that we get a long green flag run. Put yourself in a good position now, so that way you don't have to worry about it later. Right?
That is true.
Everyone pits here, so everyone's going to be on the same strategy. So it's everything we're talking about doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of the multiverse, but two stops left here tonight. If this thing plays out clean and green to the end, although, like you said, didn't the confidence down the garage area and that with it being such a tough track tonight, it was not there. Was a good way to put it. Caleb Lingle, though, going to be leading us back to green. All the confidence in the world in that 1:13.4. Then it's Randy Waugh, Herman Rees, Wiley King, and Jason San Diego. Your top five. Two new Team Speedland cars now, the top two there in the running order, followed by the one that started the furthest up towards the front of the field. In the 11 car of Steve Grant, Ron Simpson, Eddie Rayleigh, and Maverick, and Jeff Fugate, your top 10 here for the restart coming to lap 13 of 107. Dodge Charger pace car going to come down the pit lane, gives way to Caleb Lingle. Lingle with control into the restart zone. We will go. And we're back underway.
Lingle gets a good restart, pulls away from Randy Waugh down into turn one. Should have a pretty good gap on these guys when they come through the turn here. Waugh gonna try to go a little lower than Lingle. Lingle trying to run that middle line. Gonna get great power off the turn though. Hangs on to this lead, pretty much single file down the back straightaway here.
Single file down the back straightaway. Most of the field, again, minding their P's and Q's here on the restart. Turn 2 is always the tricky, or turn 4 rather, is always the tricky spot on exit. You see the 22 getting loose there off the corner. Good driving there by Jason San Diego as the caution's out once again.
Looks like the 85, Ricky Bumbalo's 27 of Frank Baum.
Oh, there's that 27. Forward numbers in all. Let's get you a replay. I believe it starts with the 740 Michael Moore. Goes down into turn number 3. Car going to go a little round on him. Bumbalo nowhere to go. Bomb nowhere to go. Gets collected up in it. A little tap there from Phil Lacasse in the 48. Coming back here racing at Hobo. Randy Smith also goes for a little bit of a spin down there in the grass. That brings out your second caution of the night.
Yeah, that's a tricky part there, Joe. Is that that's a very tricky part about this. Is that on those cold tires, we talked about it. These cars are very unwieldy, and unfortunately, it looks like that's what bit those guys there, bit Michael Moore to trigger that wreck. Everyone's going to be coming back down pit road. Oh, not everyone, but a lot of people on the back end
towards
come
the
down
back,
pit road, it looks like.
I mean, you don't have the track position, right? I think that's what we always talk about that. If you don't have the track position, no sense in,
Not a bad idea, to be honest.
Yeah.
We know you can make it on 2 more stops. You just come down if you're already in the back, put some fuel in it, put some tires on it, see if you can kind of slowly inch your way towards cutting down how long those runs are.
Yes. Yes, yes, indeed.
So, coming back, Caleb Lingle still going to be the leader. Randy Waugh still in second, Herman Reese third, Wiley King fourth, Jason San Diego fifth. Pretty much the same way that we left him on that last restart come around. I don't think we're going to get the one to go here.
No.
Nope. Okay.
We're
One more
still
time
early in
around.
this thing, yeah. Folks, would like to remind you we got some great races coming up here on JTN after the one here tonight. Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series action. We got a Daytona double Thursday night, August 25th. That's 2 nights from now, 9:05 p.m. Eastern Time. Then it's the Fast Renegade Cup Series from Daytona, Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Those races, and then the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series action from Darlington the following Thursday. Those races and much, much more live right here only on JTN. Got a big announcement coming Friday about a cool little project we've been helping work on. Excited to announce that on Friday. But of course, as always, those races presented by our friends at TWB Technologies, because together we are better. What were you gonna say?
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, no one except Bristol and I.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's not as big as you probably think in terms of JTN stuff. So, we were going to have hats for folks, and I was kind of hoping to announce that sometime this week, but found out that the hats, we can't get them embroidered because the logos are a little too thin. So that's unfortunate. Which I didn't know that was a thing.
The hat machine is in fact broke.
We were off by like a 100th of an inch too. It was like something stupid. You know, it was very frustrating. Put it that way.
But you know, it isn't frustrating, Joe, is that we're 1 to go here.
Oh, that's never frustrating, Ricky.
Never frustrating here. Caleb Lingo going to be leading them back here. 59, Duke Sorensen getting the wave around, coming around the joint. So the 740 car has retired from the race this evening. Unfortunate for that machine of Michael Moore. But coming back, effectively the same thing. Caleb Lingle, Randy Waugh, Herman Reese, Wiley King, Jess San Diego, Steve Grant, Ron Simpson, Rayleigh, Maverick, Fugate, Jess DeKennis, Ken Hansen, how far can I go back? Keith McLean, Matthew Stern, Dan Rubino, Steve Rubino, Josh Boyer, Ryan Johnson, Rod Weston, Philocast, Mopar, BP, Ricky Bumbalo, Frank Baum, Troy Donahue, and Duke Sorensen. That's the entire field, because I
Look
can
at
do it that
that.
fast. Oh, and Randy Smith.
Here comes Caleb Lingle into the restart zone. We will go. Green flag. We're back underway. Lingle once again with a good restart there. Gets a gap on Randy Waugh, who gets a gap there on the 73 at Herman Reese. There was a car way outside. I believe that's the 9 of Jeff Fugate. It is 9 Sundrop Dodge having some issues here on the restart.
Everyone kind of trying to get around him here as Fugate still struggling on that top
I wonder
line.
if he lost a gear.
Oh, no, that's not good.
Because he looks like he's standing still right now.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I
you
think
can see he's clutching it, too.
I think he
He's
lost
hitting that,
fourth.
hitting the chip right now.
Oh my goodness. Battle for position. Team Speedland teammates. Jason San Diego to the inside. Wiley King.
Okay, San Diego gets on past Wiley King there for position, so they fall in line. San Diego up to that 4th spot. Right behind them, you see the 112, 23, 31, 94 side by side coming through the tri-oval here. Jeff Sekenis and the 94 car, Ken Hansen. Hansen's got the preferred line. Got to throw it in deep here. And it looks like the 23 of Mavericks up into the outside wall, Joe, and now he's gone.
Maverick, we saw him for a second, like you said, into the outside wall, but gone now. Keep an eye on that, see if that car does drop out of the race server.
Further up front, 73 Herman Reese, Jason San Diego side by side. San Diego's really moving along here, Joe. So up to that 3rd spot, gets on by Herman Reese with relative ease, running faster lap times than the leaders at the moment. So Jason San Diego's got a fast little Chevy SS here, and looks like we're back under caution 27 to Frank Baum, Duke Sorensen, and BP. A lot of damage to the front stretch here.
A lot of damage on this 98 car. Let's get you a replay of what happened here to throw caution number 3. Coming off of turn number 4, 98 coming down. 85's there. I've drove it in aggressively.
That's a hard hit for that 98 too.
That Mountain Dew pitch black.
That is.
I have a pitch black eye after that hard of a hit.
Whoa.
I tried.
That's very good.
See the 27 also going to get involved in this one. Again, nowhere to go for Frank. Goes for a spin there. And you also see Sorensen in the 59 battling back to get back on the lead lap. Goes for a spin. You see some of the damage on the front end of that car. Not from this incident, though.
See what happens here if everyone... Oh, Caleb Lingle comes on down, but the 21 stays out, the 22 stays out, the 23 stays out. Most of the field going to come down here, Joe, but a little bit of an interesting split. Some of the guys up front tried to call the bluff on Caleb Lingle. Randy Waugh stayed out, Jason San Diego stayed out, Maverick stayed out. Ricky Bumbalo's still out there in the 85. We'll see who decides to actually come down pit road the second time around, but I think some of these guys up here that were up front are kind of made their bet on this. That being said, not a lot of laps run out there.
I was going to say...
pretty long runs here tonight, so I don't think a lap or two out there over another guy is really going to hurt you considerably bad.
No, but you saw the 11 there, little strategy, 2 tires.
Ooh.
To get out ahead of the 113. You also, of course, have the guys all staying out. Randy Waugh, your leader now in that 21 car. 22, 23. That's beautiful counting for the younger fans at home. How old were you when you think you could count to 20? How old do you think you were?
I have no idea.
Ricky just doesn't want to say an age because he doesn't want to make himself look too smart or too stupid.
20.
Wait a minute. They're paying you to do what?
1, 2, 3, 4. They're paying me to kill robots, Joe.
What? Don't let the robots in chat hear that.
I took the robot down. The Robot Menace.
The Robot Menace? Oh, there's another one.
Yeah,
I didn't even see that one. No. But that was
what, you thought I was just rambling about robots?
I did actually. I've got to turn my head a full, like,
rambling about psychotic
60
nonsense.
degrees. Well, I mean, it'd be pretty on brand.
It would be. It would be. Pacing around here, Randy Waugh going to be leading them back when we get back to green flag racing here. This, like I said, it's going to be a little bit of an experiment up front because now we got some we got a few laps older tires. These guys that stayed out, and then we got 2 tires in the 11s. So we're going to see how 2 tires work. We're going to see how no tires work, and we're going to see how 4 tires work. So our sample size is small and concentrated all up front. So everyone at home will be able to see what works and what doesn't. Oh, looks like Steve Grant coming back down pit road, Joe. I wonder if that 2-tire call was not actually by design.
Why would you wait 2 extra laps, though, to pit?
That is true. That is true. Maybe he saw how many people were out there on 4, and maybe he thought against it.
Could be. I think that's more likely. I would think that is more likely, Mr. Collette.
So Steve Grant will come down. Looks like he's going to take those 4 tires and fuel. 1 to go here. Well, we will come back green. Leading again will be the 21 of Randy Waugh. So we'll just see how these guys that didn't have tires versus the guys that had tires. And that would be kind of where the mix is.
Gonna be a good restart here again. Randy Waugh, Jason San Diego, and Jeff Fugate all staying out. We think the 9 has some transmission issues. Might have dropped 4th gear. Lost it. Don't know where it is on that sun drop dodge, so I have to think that he will pull out of the way. Caleb Lingle, Herman Reese, Eddie Rayleigh all on fresh tires to go on by. Ron Simpson and Hansen, a bunch of great drivers back there on new rubber. But Randy Waugh going to be looking to hold them all off here on this restart, coming to lap 26 of 107. Pace car is in. Field makes their way to the restart zone. While with control, green flag. We're back underway. Slow restart there.
The other 9 got out of line there to make sure that he wasn't in anyone's way when he misses that gear again. Only in 3 gears tonight, which is not not a lot of speed. So great job to stay out of everyone's way. Caleb Lingle already getting to the inside of 22. Jason San Diego coming down into turn 3.
That's how we're going to see if 3 laps on tires really does mean a lot. Does at least look like it for now, is Lingle able to easily get by the 22 there on the bottom.
Oh, we got a spin in turn 4 here, Joe. 41, 44, and 4. A lot of 4s in this wreck.
Dan Rubino there in the 44 Mustang. Let's get a replay what happened.
A lot of engine damage on the 4 machine of Matthew Stern.
He has had no luck this year, sim racing.
You know what to say. Either you have luck or you have no luck.
What?
Yes.
Replay.
Looks like that car gets really loose there. Oh, it just pulls a 10 car up into the outside wall with him.
Randy Smith go around, and then there's kind of a secondary little incident here with the 41 and 44. It's like Bino in that 44 car kind of, I think he gets on the binders a little too much, spins it down there on the bottom. 41 Josh Boyer also gets on that dirty apron.
Synchronized spinning here at Chicagoland.
Oh, and that's spinning of generations of race car, right? You got a Ford Fusion and a Ford Mustang spinning together, so
That's true.
that's you love to see it.
You love to see it, but it's unfortunate because Matthew Stern looks like he was the only one that actually got considerable amounts of damage out of that. Randy Smith's car is actually a little beat up too, so I guess Randy Smith would also probably be on that grouping, but that Ford machine just looks absolutely destroyed. I don't know if they're going to be able to fix it when they come down to pit road here. That thing is smoking something fierce.
Yeah, that car is destroyed. And oh, Dan Rubino trying to pull out of his box.
Oh, they got the wheels up on it, so they're going to be able to fix it, but that thing is he might be just going for points right now.
That thing's going to be hurt.
Also on this shuffle here, Joe, is that Lingle is now back up to the lead. Randy Waugh actually came down to pit road while we were watching that wreck, so Waugh bailing out on the strategy from the lead, no one else coming with him, so Randy Waugh all the way back in the field to 18th position.
You think that maybe was a little premature?
What, to come down pit road?
Yeah, after taking the strategy swing and
I think he saw what he needed to see. Lingle kind of got right on by San Diego like it was nothing and then started pulling away. Jason San Diego is going to be in a bit of a tough spot here on this restart on those older tires still, but I think he saw everything he needed to see with how quickly that 113 car made quick work of the 22 machine.
fair enough. So we're sitting here, right?
Right?
We're enjoying, the breeze. Obviously, we're close to the Windy City. Are you enjoying your wind?
My wind?
Yep.
I do. I am enjoying my wind. Yes. Are you enjoying your wind?
Yes.
Lights are out on the pace car. Going to be going back this time by Caleb Lingle. Going to be leading Jason San Diego in the second spot. Third spot goes to Herman Reese. Fourth to Eddie Rayleigh. And fifth spot goes to Ron Simpson.
David Day says he hates wind.
It makes noises. It goes.
David, I'm assuming you're not a big wind turbine guy then. Want to make a bird joke, Ricky?
Wind is noisy.
I'm glad you joined. Glad you're here. Also got BBN Potato. Tuning in as well. Big shout out. Working our fourth caution of the night, coming to an end. It's been a wild one to start here. Caleb Lingle, though, leading us back to green in the 113. Dodge Charger pace car pulls off. Lingle with control. Green flag. We're back underway.
Caleb Lingle gets a pretty good start here. Jason San Diego is going to follow him down into turn one. We'll see if he can make any work with this 113 car. Lingle been running a little bit higher up the track. You see, he doesn't really get down to the paint. It seems like he runs that middle lane and then kind of lets it taper up to the wall, but never really gets super far down the track on those cold tires. Jason San Diego still kind of hanging in there, but you see where Lingle's starting to pull away right here in turn number 3. Herman Reese about to make a really big run on the 22, coming down the front straightaway, side by side across the line. Herman Reese has got that advantage, and he's got the spot coming into turn number 1.
Down through 1 and 2 we go. Herman Reese still on the bottom. Jason San Diego. San Diego going to have a big charge here on the outside. Rayleigh going to go with the 73. Down the back straightaway now, goes high through 3 and 4. That outside line has been the one with the advantage off of corner number 4. Still going to be side by side off the corner. Not able to just clear. Now does Herman Reese. Up into the second spot, and Rayleigh almost contact there with Jason San Diego.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It's making me a little scared. Those guys were getting on the apron so much after we saw Ryan Johnson get on the apron. The whole car kicked sideways, and you saw the 112 couldn't really stay down there when he got up on the track and almost got into Jason San Diego. So everyone gets it underneath them. Great job by everyone involved. But Herman Reese up to that second spot. We'll see if he can reel in the 113 of Caleb Lingle now that he's got some open racetrack.
Caleb Lingle is gone right now. Doesn't look like a huge gap, but it's the biggest one of the night.
Yeah, but don't count out Herman Reese just yet here, because he just ran a faster lap than Lingle getting out into that open air. So I think Herman Reese has got something. I think that Cadillac's got some ponies under the hood.
Might not have that North Star engine.
Might not have that North Star engine. something North Star joke. Caleb Lingle ran a slightly faster lap at 29.322 to 0.399 on Herman Reese. So I think these guys are pretty evenly matched here. We'll see what happens as the tire run
98
goes
around
on,
in the
if
grass.
Herman Reese can find anything to get an edge on the 113 of Lingle, but for the moment, looks like Caleb Lingle going to be holding this lead. 85 Wiley King to the outside of the 94 car piloted by Ken Hansen.
See
They
replay
stay
here.
in line.
BP going for a spin all by himself.
Why did he go for a spin? What are you doing back there? Don't go
Just
for a
now
spin
when
by
I
yourself.
said car around and you just kept talking.
I did not hear it.
You definitely. Folks in chat is Ricky deaf? That's our JTN fan poll of the night. I won't do that to you, Ricky. Go get your ears checked. Saw the field roll on by that 9 of Fugate.
It's a little dicey here on the outer end of the top 10. Wiley King getting back to the inside of the 94 car. Kind of answer their side-by-side coming through the turn here. Wiley King gets on by, but Hansen wiggled a little bit. Look at the 28, gives him a huge bump, sends him around front straightaway. Gonna collect the 28 car. Here comes the 11. Oh, the 07's in it. We got a car over.
94 up and over on his roof, and folks, that is why you don't bump draft through a D-shaped oval. Let's get you a replay.
Yeah, Joe, I saw Keith coming with that huge head of steam. I didn't know where he was going with it. And it looks like he was going to try to give a push to the 94 here to give him a hand, but just kind of got him sideways, got him into the 41. Took a huge shot in that, but the 11 car got caught in that. 07 did. So, back under caution here, lap 40 of 107 of tonight's event. Or 39 of 107, excuse me.
See what happens here with the 11 of Grant. Backs up with Randy Waugh, doesn't. Steve Rubino also big hit there into the 94. Track about 2/3 of the way blocked there. Sometimes you just pick the wrong lane. So we work our 5th caution of the night. Cars down the pit lane.
Cars down the pit lane again. Everyone gonna come down.
You gonna make the little pit gun noises?
Oh, issues on pit road. The 11 gets into the 21, trying to get into his pit stall. Steve Grant did.
Now we can fabricate that as payback. Or just a little bit of a misunderstanding there coming into the box.
That happened so quick, I couldn't make my pit gun noises. And they do that one really long one under caution, like after all the cars come off pit road and no one's actually on pit road because they're playing with the pit guns.
Yeah, and they just go like really slow.
Yeah, they just go.
They gotta make sure they're torqued on there, right? You know?
Oh, they're not torquing. No, I mean after they're done on pit road. You never had seen that at a race?
Oh, where they just start spinning them?
Yeah, where everyone's off pit road. There's nobody anywhere on pit road. Then you just hear.
What a waste of gas.
Like someone just opened one up for no reason.
What a waste of gas.
Waste of air.
Yeah, are they just straight, like, air?
I think they are. They're just straight air hoses. In chat, yes, Phil is, in fact, in a Dr. Pepper car. Dr. Pepper Cherry, to be specific.
Where is it? There it is. That's a weird Dr. Pepper logo on the side.
Dr. Pepper Cherry just be Cheerwine?
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, I know.
Asking the real questions here on JTN.
This is weird, because, like, Bill obviously did a couple races that we ran, right? Obviously, folks at home, you know, Phil Lacasse, big-time NR sim racing broadcaster, hung up the microphone in the headset, and we decided that we were going to fill that void. Thanks, Phil. And back here racing at Hobo off and on, racing in some other places off and on, too. It's from the sounds of it, so glad to see Phil back out there on track, back in the community. Obviously, a lot of you folks at home, you know and love Mr. Lacasse and all the great work he's done up in this booth. I'm not gonna put words in. I'm not gonna say anything, David. I'm not gonna say anything. You can ask him himself. I'm pretty sure he would confirm your comment. I'm not going to read it, though. So Lingle has control here for the restart. You see Fugate and Maverick both going to go back, get a lap back here. Jovan Anderson also in chat. Welcome in. Again, folks, make sure if you haven't already, drop a like and subscribe. We appreciate it so much here on JTN when you do all those things. They help support us. They help support our leagues. This, of course, the Borthers Paint and Collision 107 tonight from the Chicagoland Speedway. So happy you're joining us here tonight on JTN. I'm Joe Towinski. This up here in the booth, you'll hear his voice in moments. Say hi, Mr. Ricky Collette.
Oh, you asking me to say hi?
That was Ricky.
Hi.
That's a pretty good summation of how everything goes. Welcome in Jordan McGregor as well. I would assume Jordan is out there tinkering on his race car, because I saw that did not have the best of luck here this last month or so. Correct me if I'm wrong there, Jordan. As we get ready to go back green flag racing with Caleb Lingle on the point, Herman Reese, Jason San Diego, Eddie Rayleigh, and Wiley King, your top five. Makes their way into the tribal oval, into the restart zone we go. Green flag, we're back underway.
Boogity, 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 back underway here from Chicagoland. Caleb Lingle leads them down into turn one with a pretty big gap here on the Herman Reese machine of the 73 car. If it sounds like I butchered it, it was because my camera screwed up and I was trying to also think and do other things at the exact same time. And 95, Wiley King is wrapped in turn number 3 here, hard in the outside wall. A lot of rear end damage on that machine.
Caution number 6 out here on lap 43. Wiley King of the 95 around. Let's get you a replay.
This looks like the 95 car falls to that same thing we've seen all night. Is cold tires is bad news at this place. Well, actually, it looks like King catches the wall a little bit here on the front straightaway coming down into turn 3. Like he kind of grabbed the wall a little bit when it let him go. It just spun him around. Great job by everyone, though, to get on by that without any issue.
You always like to see that, right? You love to see it.
Always like to see that.
Folks would like to remind you that you can head on over now to the JTN merch store. You get yourself some JTN logo merch. It'll also be appearing in mere moments on our merch bar here right underneath the live stream. Makes it super duper easy for you to buy some JTN merch right here on YouTube. It'll take you right to the JTN merch store where you can select your size if you feel so kind and you want to help support us, and you can go that extra mile. Again, JTN merch store is a great way to do so, but as always, the best way to help support us here on the JoeTow Network is to make sure you're subscribed, have notifications on, and make sure you click the like button on the video. And JTN logo merch, now available, JTN merch store. I like how I say now available, but it's been available for like 2 years, you know?
You're like a... It's like actual real life. It's a reused ad. You say it's brand new for like 2 years for no reason, just because you're using the same ad read.
And we've been over this, right? I don't have ad reads.
Yeah.
This is all my brain remembering how I say these things and how they sound good.
That is true. So your brain is stuck in 2 years ago. Pacing around here, Caleb Lingle still our leader. Herman Reese in second, Jason San Diego in third. Fourth spot is the 112 car of Rayleigh, and fifth spot is the 31 car of Jeff Stekenis. Joe, Jeff Stekenis here in this 31. We haven't really been talking about him tonight, but he's been kind of slowly creeping his way up into this picture.
And that's kind of been his prerogative of most of these Hobo Racing events. We see that 31. We know Jeff is a great sim racer. Driving that 31 car. We've seen him win plenty of times here in the Hobo Racing League, whether it be cup, trucks, or modifieds. But like you said, just he slowly, methodically, always makes his way up throughout the field. Started tonight 14th, up into 6th. You know, we're 46 laps, or working lap 46 now in this race. So, you know, making his way up the grid in that 31 car. Welcome in, Mason. Thanks for tuning in. Correction, he's in 5th, so he's doing even better than what I said.
Ooh.
You know, that's 9 spots that he's made up since the start of this thing. It's pretty good. I don't think I made up 9 spots in my entire sim racing career. I looked at the net, the net gains and losses.
I have net lost a lot.
Something, reason why we're in the booth.
Something.
Ricky, do you like stories?
Do we get milk and cookies too?
I could get DoorDash some to you.
No, I don't want to pay for them.
Ricky, I could send someone DoorDash Ricky some cookies.
No.
Do you not know how DoorDash works?
I don't want to pay for them, damn it.
You don't pay for them. The
I don't wanna
person
pay
that
for 'em.
orders it has to pay for it. You can't pay DoorDash with cash.
Oh, I don't want to pay for it.
You're not... God. Gosh darn bless it, Ricky. You silly goose.
What was your story? We're one to go here, though.
I didn't have a story. I was kind of hoping you'd say no, and I would be able to throw a little hissy fit.
Oh. Well, then, okay, well, then there you go. It all worked out. Worked out perfect. See, we do it live.
Thanks, Joven. I appreciate it. I'll get you that Addy. Caleb Lingle going to be leading us back to green. Herman Reese, Jason San Diego, Eddie Rayleigh, and Jeff Stekenis, your top 5. Again, folks, make sure if you haven't already, click that like button on the video. Currently, 21 of you folks watching. Cannot thank you enough for tuning in here on a Tuesday night. Hobo Racing, Borthers Paint and Collision 107 here from Chicagoland, 107 laps, making up that 107 there in the race title. Lingle with control here for the restart as the Dodge Charger pace car makes its way down the pit lane. The 113 leading us back to green. Into the restart zone we'll go. Green flag, we're back underway.
Everyone comes barreling down into turn number 1, single file. Caleb Lingle holding this lead over Herman Reese. Everyone kind of filtering through, coming down to the back straightaway. Still keeping everything underneath them. Everyone going around the 9-car Fugate, who is down a gear, as we said previous.
The Maverick to the inside, Phil Cass into the outside wall in the 48. Oh, he's going to go around. He saves it.
Oh, he gets a bump for the 9. Can he save it here? He's 45 degrees sideways, and he saves it, Joe.
That was the most impressive slow wreck I've ever seen.
That's gonna be on the JTN running list for longest slide. Great save by Phil to keep that underneath him. Looking up front here, the 112 car Rayleigh starting to rear down on Herman Reese. The 73 car Rayleigh starting to show some speed here. Midway through the run as we're crossing the line, lap 50 of 107, getting very close to halfway here.
That U.S. Army Chevrolet starting to come alive here.
And Joe, as all this has been happening, Jason San Diego doing a good job of staying in touch with the 113. Everyone on the same tire cycle now. So I guess for San Diego, it did kind of pay off because he stayed near the front. Staying out that one time. But right now, really showing the 113 some pressure here, coming off turn number 2, coming down the back straightaway. You see, he is right there in the back bumper of that 113 Ford Fusion.
Sometimes you just gotta hunt him a little bit. Jason San Diego looking to the inside in that 22. These two cars really quick here at the front of the field, battling for the lead, working lap 52 now of 107.
Oh, and right behind them, Herman Reese having some trouble. A lot of guys getting on by him here on the front straightaway. Looks like the car got loose. Looks like he hit the apron actually coming out of turn 4, Joe. Got the car loose, caught the outside wall a little bit, and lost a ton of ground there. Relegated back to the 5th position currently.
Stekenis all over the back bumper of Rayleigh here for 3rd. It's a little bit of a closer battle than the battle for the lead at the moment. Keep an eye on this battle for 3rd.
Yeah, 3rd through 6th is pretty much under a blanket right now. You see 112 though, Rayleigh trying to defend Stekenis here, who's kind of looking around. Can't do anything just yet. I think he needs a little bit more of an edge But you also see that Ryan Johnson, that 78 car, is right behind him. 112 grabs that apron a little bit.
We're loving to hit that apron right now.
Turn 4. This might be what Stakanis was looking for.
Kennis going to look to the outside, going to hope the momentum prevails. Not able to get there, though. Going down, it's turn 1. Will fall back about half a car length. Now gaining here coming off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway.
Kennis has that nose into the inside of that Army machine. He's going to throw it in deep to turn number 3 here. See if he can make it stick. Rayleigh going to fight him back. Almost makes contact. Clears him. So put Jeff Stakanis up to that 3rd position. 28 to Keith McLean comes to the inside. 78 to Ryan Johnson also comes to the inside. So a lot of cars leapfrogging the 112 right now. Keith McLean, look at him back up into the 4th position after that earlier incident.
And he started 20th on the night, now up to 4th. Caution. Caution number 7.
I'm not actually sure who this is for, Joe.
Yeah, it looks like everyone's running okay. If we can't sleuth this one out. You want to come back into the server, maybe? Oh, here it is. Wiley King around. Once again, 95 going for a self-spin, this time on the bottom. That 95 car was just down on the pit lane.
And I think that's a case of cold tires there.
So that Pontiac heavy hit.
Road,
yeah.
Trying to get back up to speed.
No one else involved in that one. 95 Wiley King going to take it to the garage area. We'll be out of this race. All right, Ricky Field back down the pit lane. What's the call?
Again, 4 tires and fuel.
It's that simple, isn't it?
I think everyone kind of knows now they gotta go 4 tires and fuel here. I will say no one really did a 2-tire test yet, though. And maybe the 11 of Steve Grant might have just beat Caleb Lingle off pit road. Looks like Grant only took 2 tires.
Well, he tried this earlier and he backed down on it, so we'll see if the 11 car stays out this time. A couple more laps run too, compared to before.
Yeah, but I think there's more information on the table now, though, too. Jason San Diego did kind of hold in there. He didn't have the speed to catch our leader, but he did have the capacity to kind of stay near that front shuffle. So I think that might be what the 11 of Grant's trying to do. Also, with how many cautions we've been getting, it's not a bad idea to try making this gamble on taking 2 tires, being up front when the next caution happens, and then being able to come down for 4 tires and fuel with the rest of the field. Pacing around at the speed of sound here at Chicagoland Speedway. Frank Baum currently leading in the 27 car. We'll see if he comes down or if he's going to stay out here. I'd imagine he's probably going to come down. I think he's just getting that lap led. BP in the 98 also out. Has been staying out here. Steve Grant in 3rd. Caleb Lingle 4th. 5th, Jason San Diego. 6th, Jeff Stakanis. 7th, Keith McLean. 8th, the 112 car Rayleigh. 9th is the 73 car Herman Reese. And 10th is Ryan Johnson. And I think you can kind of see these guys are already aiming towards the apron. I think they're going to come down pit road at least before we go 1 to green.
Tony folks watching, only 10 likes on the video. What are we doing wrong? Click that like button. Help support us here on JTN.
Yep, and here comes the 28, here comes the 98. So, when we come across the line, Steve Grant will assume the lead here. And the lights are out on the pace car. We will be going green this time by.
9 car getting a lap back. Heck yeah, Magoo. All right, coming back green. We're going to be working lap 60 of 107 when we go back green. Is that right?
That is affirmative, Joe. So, about 48 laps to go in this event. So, a little bit outside that pit window by about a can of fuel.
Yeah.
So, it's going to be interesting here. Depending on if this goes green all the way to the end. If it doesn't, and we get some more cautions, I think they might be able to pit and make it to the end here on get that all sorted out. If it goes green to the end, then they're going to have to make a decision of coming down at some point to only get a can and maybe 2 tires of fuel. 2 tires of fuel. 2 tires and fuel.
2 tires full of fuel. Throw them on the race car.
Tires full of fuel. Let's see if it lights
on fire.
Screw it. Coming down, pace car is off. Steve Grant going to be leading them back. Coming down the front straightaway here. They're waiting on it. They're waiting on it. They're waiting on it. And green flag back in the air. Steve Grant can't really get away from these guys on this restart. Caleb Lingo making sure he's right there. Lingo gets the inside of Grant, side by side down the back straightaway.
DJ San Diego able to get by the 11 as well. Jeff Sakanis will be the next one to look to get around this 11 Pontiac of Steve Grant. 2 tires not working here on the restart, is already falling back to 3rd, now going to fall all the way back to 4th.
Well, you don't, Joe. Also, we didn't really mention it. We should have probably mentioned it under caution, but I'm noticing the hood's bowed up a little bit on that 11 car from the earlier incidents. I'm almost wondering if that 11 car's got some damage, doesn't have that top end speed, because
yeah, that's fair. That car
113 was really on had its number there going into turn 1. We haven't seen the leader be we haven't really seen the leader hold anyone up on a restart yet this race, except for that one time. So I'm thinking that 11 car might be a little down on power, might be a little down on downforce, but something not really letting him get into the turn with the speed he wants. But Jason San Diego to the inside, the 113, illegal coming to turn 1. They're side by side going through 1 and 2.
Battling for the lead as we head down the back straightaway. San Diego probably going to have to drop back in line. Going to stay there on the bottom. Still going to look inside. Heading down to turns 3 and 4. Can the 22 make the bottom work? No one's been able to do it so far tonight here through 3 and 4. Not able to do so, although really holding that 113 tight down the front straightaway.
If Lingle didn't grab the wall there, he definitely got about as close as he can there. Caleb Lingle had to stumble a little bit, and I think that let the 22 stay with him down the front straightaway. Side by side here, coming through turn 2. Lingo going to get the run back on the outside. Jason San Diego trying his hardest to clear him here, Joe. Just cannot make it happen. Going to try to throw it in very deep into turn number 3 here. Go to do the crossover. Jason San Diego takes the lead. Gets on by Caleb Lingle, and right behind them, Jeff Sakanis has gone on by Keith McLean, the 28 car in this 3rd spot. He is now trying to track down these leaders, running a faster lap time than Caleb Lingle last time by in that 2nd spot. Not faster than our leader, San Diego, though. Keith McLean, though, in that 4th spot, ran faster than all of them last time by, though.
Well, and Caleb Lingle now in a new spot, right? This 113 has been out in front of the field most of the night. A couple times back in traffic, but always on a different strategy, always with better tires. Even tires with the 22 at Jason San Diego. Let's see how this 113 car fares. Jason San Diego with control. Caleb Lingle fighting back here in 2nd.
Caleb Lingle not giving up the fight just yet. He's getting right back on Jason San Diego here. Making sure that he knows that he's right there. I think that draft has actually helped on 113 because you just put up a very good lap time compared to the 22. All of them going around on the high line here to get around the 9 of Fugate, running around in 3rd gear. Caleb Lingo's got a good run here off of turn 4. Can't get to San Diego just yet. He's close. He's there. He just can't make the pass. Right on his back bumper, though.
Keith McLean goes on by Jeff Sakanis for 3rd, so move Mac Daddy back up inside the podium. Or onto the podium. I guess you can't be inside a podium. I guess you could. Nonetheless, battle for the lead still hot and heavy here down the front straightaway.
Caleb Lingle right with Jason San Diego. Looks to the inside here. Thinks twice about it. Lets San Diego take it into the turn. I think Lingle's trying to find a way to set him up on the high line. He knows that San Diego's going to try to defend on that high spot like he was doing. And like you said, Joe, high line's pretty good in the turns in terms of defending. I think the low line's better if you want to set up that pass, but to defend it, definitely you want to run that high line because it makes it very hard to make that momentum stick all the way around the track on the low line.
And using up your tires a little bit more too, right?
Yeah.
Just a little bit, just a fraction, and we know every little small thing can make the biggest difference in racing, and we've seen that so many times here on JTN. And again, just you got to think about these things when you're competing for a victory. And right now, Jason San Diego doing a great job of kind of keeping the 113 right in his tire tracks, taking away the clean air. But while these two are battling, that's allowing the 28 to kind of creep up into the picture.
Not even just creep up, comes storming up with a full force, Joe. He's been 0.2 of a second faster consistently than these two guys after he got into that third position. So Keith McLean, I think he's got to tote around in the draft kind of like Lingle was, but he is definitely starting to make his way into the shuffle, and that's just got to make Caleb Lingle a little bit antsy here. He's got to start finding a way around this 22 car, San Diego.
Saw Herman Reese pull up into the 5th spot, 73, back up inside the top 5. Out by the 112 of Rayleigh. Josh Boyer also starting to creep back up into the picture after being involved in one of those earlier incidents in this race.
San Diego's been able to kind of hold station here on the 113, keeping that gap pretty consistent.
Get a flyby of the field this time through turn number 2. You see there go the leaders. 78 last car inside the top 10 right now. Then we're really spread out after that, Ricky.
Really spread out, but man, this top 3 is pretty bunched up comparatively.
We're back by the 9. Fugate there on the bottom. I think that kind of took the lane away from the 22. Here comes Keith McLean looking to the inside of Caleb Lingle. Not there just yet. Lingle now looking to the inside of San Diego down the back straightaway.
And Lego gave San Diego just a little bit of a bump going down that back straightaway. They're getting a little antsy as these guys are fighting for position too. And Keith McLean's now there. Jeff Stekenis is starting to make his way into this.
Get the feeling that the 22 maybe isn't the best guy right now?
I'm not sure because he seems to be holding his own against Lingle. Lingle hasn't been able to get back alongside him. He's been able to get to him, but look at the time on the look at all the time in scoring. Jason San Diego, Caleb Lingle running almost identical lap times all the way around this place. So I think San Diego's doing a good job. I don't think he's really holding anyone up. Jason San Diego being able to pull away just a little bit on the 113 here. It seems like he gets a good run off 2. He's able to pull away on this 113 coming into 3. And then Lingle takes a completely different line in there. Gets in really deep, but then he got really loose there. Keith McClay's going to get to the inside. They're side by side for second.
Battle for the 2nd spot allows Jason San Diego to squeak away there in the lead. Those two Fords figure it out relatively quickly. Keith McLean goes on by for the 2nd position. Caleb Lingle coming back now down the back straightaway.
I think Lingle's going to stay in line here. He knows Keith McLean is a faster car. McLean went blown on by him 29.5 to a 29.8 compared to the two of them last time by. Coming across the line now is a 29.8 to a 29.9. So Keith McLean's been running some consistently fast lap times, but staying that way for most of the run, and now he's going to set his sights on Jason San Diego. These two are pretty evenly matched, though, so we'll see if Keith can do anything here, and if Lingle can stay in this fight. Right behind him, though, just Kennis running about 0.4 of a second faster than any of these guys last time by, just by riding around in that draft. I feel like, and we're under caution here, it looks like.
Yeah, a little smoke there. That kind of brings everything into frame a little bit, because we should be right on the cusp here with this caution of making it to the end on fuel.
177 and 107, so 31 laps to go right now. You got to think pacing around here should get them to the end if they can make it on at least 30 laps of fuel.
Here's a replay. 59 loses the motor.
Oh, no.
Duke Sorensen out of this race. Caution number 8.
Everyone coming down pit road here. They know that they're going to have to do a full run. I don't think there's going to be any tire games here, Joe. I think everyone's going to take 4 tires and fuel because, like we said, there's a full run here that's going to be had. So you really got to make sure that you have the rubber for that. Yo, you gotta show us stuff quicker.
Listen, Bristol only has 2 paws that he can use on the keyboards. Jason San Diego loses the lead on the pit lane. I do believe Caleb Lingle, by virtue of that first pit stall, takes it. He does. Yep. And folks, we talked about it in happy hour. That first stall, so important. Well, it proves pretty valuable there. And what could be the last pit stops of the night, Caleb Lingle wins the race off pit lane. And we should be plenty good. I don't know why I said we're on the cusp. We're under 30 to go. When we go back green, we will be plenty good.
Oh, these guys are definitely clutching. I think they're saving a little bit.
They're clutching, but they'll be fine.
It wasn't even a contest there. Caleb Lingle just took that position from Jason San Diego. So this is going to work well in Lingle's favor. We will have to see how this all falls into place, because we know that Lingle wasn't able to hold ground against these guys over a longer run.
Mm-hmm.
And now that's exactly what they're going to have to do to the finish here. They might have made some adjustments on that car to help it. They might just be rolling the dice on this to see if it's going to be able to get to the end. But it's going to kind of throw everything up the air. In all of this, one thing that we didn't take note of, Jessica Kennis, black flag, so end of the longest line. Very unfortunate for the 31, having a great night. That's going to take him out of this for the foreseeable moment. But Herman Reese in that 73 car has creeped his way back up into this top 4. And Josh Boyer in the 41 car making his first appearance in the top 5 here tonight, I think. Joe, are you ready to have some fun?
I'm always ready to have some fun.
I don't believe you. It does not sound like you are.
I'm just, you know, it's the end of the summer. Classes start next week. Going to this last year. There's a lot of things hitting me right now, Ricky. A lot of things. A lot of things hitting me. Ending the internship. Starting the final fall semester. Hopefully, right? You know, knock on wood, right? But it's a fun time of year. It's also a very tumultuous time of year, right? NASCAR playoffs are this weekend. I mean, I'm terrified, right? Or not NASCAR playoffs, but the last race before the playoffs is this weekend. It's at Daytona, of all things. Oh, I'm so excited. Chase Elliott's coming to Bristol. We talked about that a little bit this week on the Fake Racers podcast, which you can catch over on JTN2 at the conclusion of tonight's race. Talked a little bit about that, how that was maybe a little sly comment from Chase, you know. See you at Bristol, you know. Get it?
Get it.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But nonetheless, did you have any thoughts on that real quick here before we go back green? Those interviews?
Brain.
Okay, all right. Caleb Lingle taking us back Jason San Diego second, Keith McLean third. And it's Herman Reese and Josh Boyer in the 41 now up into the 5th position. Here, coming to the restart, lap 81 of 107. 27 laps to go. Green flag, we're back underway.
Caleb Lingo holding a pretty good lead on Jason San Diego, coming down the back straightaway here. 1, 2, 3. Look at them be out here on the track. I don't know where I was going with that. I was trying to make a rhyme. Couldn't think of one, Joe. Jason San Diego in that 2nd spot. Keith McLean in 3rd. Pretty much checked out from Herman Reese in the 4th spot. And Josh Boyer in the 5th spot. Another guy we haven't been talking about a whole ton tonight, Maverick in the 23 cars up to the 7th position.
That's after falling out of the server earlier.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe he's got something here to win it. It could be Maverick Night in America after all, Joe.
I really wanted to make that joke, but I wanted you to make it because I thought it'd be better. Saw Ryan Johnson go on by Bino there in the 44.
Urban Reese still holding on to that 4th spot. Him and Boyer running very fast lap times here. Ran 29.073, 29.085 for the 73 and 41 respectively compared to the leaders right now. They are steaming along here. It's interesting though. It almost seems a little bit like looks are deceiving because Chicagoland, it seems like you could run a very fast lap compared to the guys in front of you, and it still does not really win a whole ton. I've been noticing that all night. And I think it's definitely doing something. It's just visually, it's very deceptive. Mm-hmm. But as I say that, Keith McLean is the first person. Keith McLean and Jason San Diego at almost the exact same time have both run sub 29-second laps and have cracked the 28-second barrier with a 28.9 each. So these guys really are putting everything on the line here on this last run.
You're saying they're pushing it a little bit towards the end of the race?
Absolutely. At this point, you are not saving for any point later in the race. You are just trying to get these 30 laps done and out the door.
Jaden Yee says, I'm scared of Taco Bell. Congratulations. I love the random chats sometimes, you know? They remind me of where we are right now. As you see the top 3, Caleb Lingle starting to stretch that lead a little bit. Jason San Diego was able to get by as the caution's out again.
Oh, big wreck on the front straightaway. 78 of Ryan Johnson,
Rod
a lot
Weston.
of damage. 19 of Rod Weston, a lot of damage too.
Caution number 9 here tonight. It's like Rod Weston was able to get by the 78 here, going down his turns 3 and 4. Big send here from the 19. Kind of keeps the car down there, trying to keep the 78 behind him. I don't know if he got tapped there, but definitely at the apron, collects the 78 of Ryan Johnson. That brings out our, again, 9th caution of the night. Coming down, you coming back down pit lane, Ricky?
That's a tricky one there, Joe. These guys all in the apron. I think they're just slowing up the pace car. That's going to be a tricky one. You can, but what do you do on pit road? Are you just taking fuel? Are you taking tires? Are you only taking 2 tires? Is everyone going to gamble with staying out? Everyone kind of looking like they were... I don't know. We know that it was supposed to be about 30 laps. It doesn't seem like anyone's going to be chancing that. Mm-hmm. Coming down here, 87 to 107, so 21 laps to go. About to come across the line for 88, so 20 laps to go.
Oh, we know the tires are important too, right? I think we've alluded to that a lot tonight. Tires are important. This is probably your last stop. I don't think if there is another caution, you're stopping again. It's going to be too late in the race to give up any track position. But right now, you're still outside that 10 laps to go window. You're 20 laps to go right now as we just crossed the line. So, this is probably your last stop. I don't think you stop anymore tonight. You don't risk losing the track position. First car off
Steve
pit lane.
Grant beat Caleb Lingle off pit road, so Grant, I think, took that two-tire gamble again.
He has been rolling the dice tonight, and I commend him for it. Hey, you never know when you're going to get a bunch of really quick cautions, right?
That is very true.
We know that 11 car has some damage, right? You can see it there. You can kind of see the hood, like you said, bowed up a little bit. So you got to throw a Hail Mary sometime. Might as well throw it now. 27's still staying out on track, too. We'll see if he decides to pit. Big bomb. Folks, though, would like to remind you we got some great races coming up here on JTN, starting off with this Thursday night, under the lights, maybe. Daytona International Speedway Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series, 9:05 p.m. Eastern Time start for that one. Again, that's August 25th, this Thursday night, 2 nights from now. Then it's the Fast Renegade Cup Series back in Daytona, regular season finale there for Fast, 9 p.m. Eastern Time for that one. Next Gen Racing on JTN on a Sunday night. And then, of course, September 1st, Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series from the Darlington Raceway. Coverage beginning at 9:05 p.m. Eastern Time on September 1st. Those races, much more live right here only on JTN. Welcome in, Benjamin. Getting ready for a good finish here tonight. Oh, you got it, Magoo. Getting ready for a good finish here tonight from Chicagoland. So glad again, everyone, you're tuning in. Make sure if you haven't already, drop a like on the video and subscribe. Again, that does so much to help support us here on JTN. All of these leagues that choose us to be their broadcast partner, it's always a great honor, whether it be the folks here at Hobo, Bomb Squad, Maverick, USRL Fast, All-Star Racing, Excel Racing, Mondays of Thunder, ISRL, TMP, ASRA. We got a bunch of great league partners here on JTN. We can't thank all of them enough for letting us be their official broadcast partners. And again, when you hit the like button on any of those videos, if you're in those leagues, you're not in those leagues, you're just a fan of sim racing. Clicking the like on the video helps support us on JTN, helps us get their content, their races out to more people. It helps us expand our brand, our reach here on YouTube. So it's always a way to, again, it's the best way to help support us on JTN. It's a free way to do so, and we appreciate it so much when you do, because, again, it just helps with that algorithm and helps us get our streams out there to more and more people. Enough of the nonsense, though, behind the streaming game. You're ready to watch the end of this race. Steve Grant going to be leading us back to green, two-tire call there on the 11speedland.com. Pontiac. Then you got the 113 Caleb Lingle, dominant car all night long. Has probably already led the most laps. Going to line up in second. Jason San Diego going to be third. Keith McLean there in fourth. And rounding out your top five here for the restart, going to be Herman Reese in the 73. Josh Boyer going to line up in sixth. Eddie Rayleigh seventh. Maverick in eighth, rebounding after falling out of the server. Then it's old Steve Rubino there in the 07 Maxwell House Ford in ninth. And then brother Dan Rubino, Bino as he's affectionately called, there in the 10th position in that number 44 Ford Mustang. Field makes their way through turns 3 and 4, coming back to the restart. Going to be 17 laps to go here from Joliet, Illinois. Chicagoland Speedway back here with Hobo Racing, Borthers Paint Collision 107. Here we go. Pace car is in. Green flag, we're back underway.
Steve Grant gets rolling here. You see Caleb Lingo getting right up with him, though.
See how long this 11 car can hold on to the lead. It could be 17 laps. It could be one set of quarters. Lingle already looking low as we head down the back straightaway.
Caleb Lingo to the inside of Steve Grant, mowing down this front back straightaway. Gets on by Steve Grant for position. Here comes Jason San Diego with him. Steve Grant starting to kind of get chewed out by these guys as everyone comes rolling on by.
I got a little loose there on corner exit up high. 73 Herman Reese now by. Josh Boyer going to take the 5th position now away from the number 11. As the battle for the lead starts to heat up. Jason San Diego all over the back bumper of Caleb Lingle.
Jason San Diego is there, Joe. He is going to the inside of Caleb Lingle. Got his nose in there, but Caleb Lingle threw it in deep and kind of gonna power around back. San Diego gets really tight. That lets the 28 of Keith McLean to the inside. Keith McLean gonna take that second spot, and here comes Herman Reese.
Herman Reese now looks for third. Jason San Diego put on the back foot, falling back to fourth. Might just fall back to fifth. Josh Boyer tries to get to the inside, not able to do so. As we head down the back straightaway, top 5 stabilizing. Caleb Lingle still on the point.
Here comes Keith McLean. He's sizing up Caleb Lingle pretty handedly. He's got his nose right in the back bumper of that Ford Fusion, that 113 machine. He is making sure that he is staying in touch with this leader. So coming down into turn number 1, Lingle going to have the advantage, going to hang on to the position. But you just see how much the 28 closes it in the middle of the corner. Going to try to see if he can set him up. The problem is when you catch him in the middle of the corner like that, it kind of messes up your momentum coming down the straightaways. You really want to be catching him on the exit of the corner, but Keith is right there. Almost got a nose to the inside of the 113 machine. Thought against it. And while he's doing that, Herman Reese is right there. Now Herman Reese is looking all over the back bumper of that 28 car. Herman wants that lead.
73 battling the 28, who's battling the 113, and they're all battling the 22 and the 41s, just creeping into the picture too. Top 5 still kind of broken away from the rest of the field. Battle for the lead still on. Mac Daddy Keith McLean sits there in second. Caleb Lingle in the 113 sits on the point. A couple Ford Fusions doing battle with a couple GM products behind him. Lingle doing all he can.
Here, Chicagoland, Caleb Lingle, like you said, Joe. Sorry to cut you off there. Here comes the 28 to the inside, though, but he looks like he wobbled a little bit. Not going to have the momentum he needs.
Not going to have the momentum indeed. This time at the line, 11 laps to go. 11 more circuits around this racetrack for Keith McLean to try to find a way around Caleb Lingle. Herman Reese still cutting the apron very aggressively there down the front straightaway in that 73. Loses a little bit of time. Jason San Diego starting to close up a little bit on the back bumper of the 73. Here comes another strong run from the 28 down the back.
Coming around off turn 4, Caleb Lingle trying everything in his power to hang on to this lead as they come across the line. It's going to be the TWB 10 to go, Joe.
And folks, on behalf of TWB, we'd like to remind you to head on over to GardenLightsDirect.com, because from porches to patios to more for all of your outdoor lighting needs, GardenLightsDirect.com has you covered. Again, that's GardenLightsDirect.com here on your TWB 10 to go. And well, the battle's not going away, just like GardenLightsDirect.com, because we got a battle on our hands here for the lead. Keith McLean all over Caleb Lingle.
And then doing that, kind of lost a little bit of time. Jason San Diego fighting Herman Reese, a position back there. They almost got into the wall a little bit.
They're kind of copying what's going on in front of them, because those two out in front almost wrecked each other down the back the last circuit.
And you can kind of see what Lingle's trying to do. I think he's trying to make sure that he gets in the 28's line on the straightaways, just to kind of mess with them a little bit.
Here comes
effectively
Keith.
kind of trying to block.
You're trying, right? But then you're also giving him a little bit of a slipstream, so it's all mind games, right? It's all mind games right now as Keith McLean continues to try to find a way around Caleb Lingle. That 28's a little bit quicker right now. Lingle, though, holding on with the fresh air. He can put his car wherever he wants, right? 28 has to work around him. That's always the advantage as the lead. That's the biggest advantage you have besides the clean air. You get to dictate the line that you want. Make that 28 pass you, take away his line. Caleb Lingle's still your leader, 7 to go.
Maverick to the inside of Rayleigh, coming down the front straightaway here for 6th spot. So Maverick going to take that position.
What a rally from the 23. Through 3 and 4, battle still on. Keith McLean, he is closing. He's on that bumper. I would not be a very happy spotter right now if I'm on top of the spotter stand for Caleb Lingle, because that 28 car is getting a little too close for comfort through the corners.
Hey, Joe, it's 6 laps to go, though. Everyone's going for the win.
Yeah, he's still a little too close for comfort.
He's just looking for anything. He's got his nose to the inside the 113. Can't
Oh,
do
he hit that
anything
apron.
there. Gets his tires right on the paint, though, trying to make sure that car's rotating As they're all doing this, Herman Reese is riding around behind him, actually running faster lap times. I believe Jason San Diego is as well. They're fighting for position. San Diego to the inside of Herman Reese, side by side. 22 is going to make the pass on the 73. Here comes Jason San Diego. He is coming on a warpath, Joe.
Late charge from the 22. Don't know if it's going to be enough time. You see the 28 starting to lose a little bit of time to Caleb Lingle. That's Keith McLean there in second. Jason San Diego, Herman Reese, your top four. They're all within the picture. They're all within striking distance of the win, but it's still been the 113 Caleb Lingle show here tonight. Maybe 4 laps to go, 3.5 now as we head down the back straightaway. Or am I getting my numbers wrong, Ricky?
4:107, 7 minus 4 is...
Yep, I got it right.
Yep, 4 laps to go. Yep, and coming around now for 3 laps to go. Coming up on the 9 car, Fugate, though.
Fugate does a good job again, just struggling out there without a 4th gear. 3 to go.
Caleb Lingo's been able to spread this out just a little bit on Keith. I wonder if maybe Keith used his stuff up too much trying to get that position.
It might... That's what, when you're the leader, you dictate the pace, right? You dictate everything. 2 to go this time at the line for Caleb Lingle, who stretches the lead as the battle's now on for second. Jason San Diego trying to find a way around Keith McLean.
San Diego's right there with Keith on the back bumper of that 28 car. I think Keith's going to try to just defend here and see if he can make it to the end of this race in the 2nd position.
Off of turn number 4, white flag going to be displayed. Caleb Lingle with the lead. He'll see it first. White flag, 1 lap to go.
1 lap to go here from Chicagoland. Caleb Lingle coming down into turn 1. Uncontested, going to be coming up on the lap car 98 machine of BP. Shouldn't be an issue.
Oh, caution's out.
Caution's out. 81 is around on the front straightaway. It shouldn't be an issue for these guys who are racing back here. The 113 coming through 3 and 4.
Saw Jason San Diego make the pass for second, but not enough time. Coming off of turn number 4, it's going to be Caleb Lingle taking home the victory here from Chicagoland.
And Jason San Diego grabs that 2nd spot at the absolute last second.
We'll get your results for you momentarily here on JTN. Let's go ahead and try to grab a replay of what happened here. You said it was the 81 going for a spin on the front straightaway?
Yeah, it looks like he just grabs the apron and goes around in turn 3, collects the 48 to Phil Lacasse.
Oh, man, not Phil the Thrill.
Yeah.
You see the replay? Yeah, just pushing it, right? Pushing it at the end of the race. Nowhere for the 48 to go. Donahue in that Ford Performance, Little Caesars Ford goes around. Burn it down, Caleb Lingle, your winner here tonight from Chicagoland. That's an impressive burnout, Ricky.
It's a pretty impressive burnout.
So again, folks, we'll get those post-race results on your screens momentarily. Talk with our top 3 finishers. Again, cannot thank you enough for tuning in tonight to JTN. Always a pleasure to be broadcasting here with the Hobo Racing League. Let's go ahead and start by bringing in our 3rd place finisher, driver of the number 28, Keith McLean. Keith, you got a copy?
I got you, Joe. How you doing?
I'm doing well. You sound like you're doing pretty well, too. 3rd place finish. You like the end result?
Well, I like to say good win, Caleb. I got some damage on that one of them wrecks back there when I got into Ken. I like to apologize to Ken for getting in him earlier in the race, and I just wasn't as fast on the straightaway. They pulled me. I could see them pulling me on the straightaway, and it was just like aggravating.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll take third.
Well, third place finish, nothing to, stick your nose up at. I know you're not taking it like that, but obviously, we've seen you all these weeks racing all over the place. Good runs like this, though, as the summer's kind of coming to its end, they have to help your momentum, help that feel-good feeling that we know you and this 28 team like to carry throughout the fall, right?
Yeah, I got to get my stuff back going here. I had a crazy summer of racing. I'm just happy to finish. Usually I don't even finish. It's like, oh my God, what the hell did Keith do now?
Well, Keith, it's always a pleasure to talk with you, but before we let you go, the floor is yours. You got some great family, friends, and sponsors to thank. You know what to do, buddy.
All right, yeah, I'd like to thank y'all, Joe. Y'all do a great job on the broadcast. Thank Steve Rubino and everybody the moderators and stuff for Hobo, and I'd just like to thank my girlfriend for putting up with me racing just about every night of the week. She is a keeper, Bo. A keeper. And I guess we'll see you next time. We're gonna try to get a couple more races with you here before the end of the year.
Heck yeah, Keith. Well, as always, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us. And again, congratulations on the third place run here tonight.
Thank you, Joe.
Keith McLean, driver number 28, your third place finisher here from Chicagoland. Let's go ahead and next bring in our race winner. He's the driver for the number 113. Started on the pole, dominates the race, leads 78 of 107. Caleb Lingle. Caleb, you got a copy?
Yes, I do, Joe.
How did you just dominate this race like you did tonight? You got any secrets to tell us?
Well, this setup was close to what I ran 2 years ago at this track, and it was pretty good then. I made it a few minor tweaks to it. Didn't really get to run in draft. Wasn't sure what it was going to do. I would change a few things now, but overall it was really good. So having a good base for 2 years ago really made it easy for tonight.
Well, results now on the screens for folks at home. Caleb, obviously, you're up front throughout most of the night, but there was an instance where the 22 was able to get by you. Did you change? You don't have to go into the changes. Did you make changes after that happened? Did it give you some more data, some more information about what it was like to run behind a guy for a substantial amount of time? Because, again, you had that nose in the air or in the wind all night long.
Yeah, it changed the handling just a little bit. I also probably overdrove it just a little. Didn't take as good care of my tires as I should have, and I really paid for it. Keith ended up getting by me, but the pit stop there, having the pole and first pit stop really got me back up in front and got my track position back, and I learned from that run kind of what I need to do for the last one.
Well, and you learned everything there, like you said, and you applied it there at the end. How hard was it to keep that 28 behind you? Because it felt like he was doing everything he could to get around you.
Yeah, it was pretty tough. I know he was a little bit faster there at the time, but I had to pace myself, knowing what I needed to do to take care of the tires. And if I pushed it any harder, it wasn't going to work good for me. So I knew that was my only shot, and I had to block him a few times. But I thought he was going to stay on me, and then the last 5 laps, I was being able to distance him a little bit, and I was able to breathe a little bit more.
Well, Caleb, as always, it's a pleasure talking with you after this race. Congratulations on the win. Before we let you go, though, floor is yours. You know what to do, buddy.
Thank you, Joe. Yeah, I want to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for everything he does for me. And I want to thank my family, my wife, and my four boys for allowing me to do this, too. And thank my teammates, Eddie, Troy, Jordan, and Ryan. Also want to give another shout out to Ryan and for Borthers Body and Paint for sponsoring this event, and big thanks to guys over here at Hobo for the good, hard, clean racing they do with me, and Steve and Bino for running this league. It's fun times.
Well, Caleb, it was fun watching you out there tonight. Again, congratulations on the win, and thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us.
Thank you, Joe.
Caleb Lingle, driver the number 113, your winner here tonight from Chicagoland. Let's go ahead and finally bring in our second place finisher after a hard charge there at the end. Driver the number 22, Jason San Diego. Jason, you got a copy?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yes. Take us through that race, because at times it seemed like you were so frustrated in the draft, just trying to do everything to get around some of these guys. How hard was it how hard was it truly to make these passes tonight that you were able to do a lot better than most folks?
Yeah, it's where messing up qualifying really hurt you. Yeah, I was trying to lead a lap there a few times on Caleb. He didn't want to give it to me. Finally, I got by him and led some laps. That was good, and I was able to save some after that. But yeah, I think I started like 8th or something, hurt me a little bit.
Was the track position kind of the big game throughout the night?
Yeah, well, I was just trying to stay close to Herman. We're both battling for the points lead, and trying to stay close to him. And he's always, out qualifying me, but trying to get out there. So it's good to make up some points on him. Well, I'm the point leader, but he made up a few points on me last week, and I made some back on him today. So that was good.
Well, points racing, and that's a good point to make, because how different do you maybe run your races now, kind of points racing and another guy kind of one-on-one this late in the season?
Well, it's not too much different, because I know they're going to reset the points at the chase. So I just want to finish the regular season. So I just try to stay as close to them as I can. I was lucky this year. I got a few wins. It's been a few years since I had a few wins here. These guys are super fast up there every week. So it's good to be racing them for the win.
Well, wins on the year, points leader going into Daytona next week, I believe. Jason, congratulations again on the second place run. But before we let you go, the floor is yours, buddy. You know what to do.
Yeah, I just want to thank my teammates at Team Speedland: Steve, Wiley, Bob, Randy, Maverick, Steve Grant for doing all the work for the team, Steve Rubino for running the league, giving us a place to race every week, and all the guys in the league. They're all great.
Well, we echo that. Great group of guys here. And Jason, again, congratulations on the second place run, and thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us. Go enjoy that points lead, buddy.
Thanks. Yes, first time I got to interview by you guys, so thanks.
Heck yeah. Jason San Diego, driver the number 22, your second place finisher here tonight from Chicagoland. Well, Ricky, that's going to conclude our coverage here. The Borthers Paint and Collision 107 from the Chicagoland Speedway. You got anything you want to send the fans home with?
I just got a good old-fashioned Chicagoland finish out of that. That was great racing by all the guys out there for that last run to the finish. Tires ultimately were king, but man, that was a fun battle there between the Lingle and Herman Reese right at the end there. Not Herman Reese, sorry. Jason and Keith MC. Sorry, it is late, but man, a lot of fun tonight. Great finish, and just that good old-fashioned Chicagoland racing. It's almost like this track is fun or something.
It's crazy. It's almost like it shouldn't sit there dormant or something. But, folks, as always, we cannot thank you enough for tuning in to JTN tonight, the JoeTowNetwork. Remember, you can follow us on our social media, again, at JoeTowNetwork. We got everything linked down in the video description below. Make sure you hit the like button on the video and subscribe. You can check out Hobo Racing at hoboracing.com. We also have their website linked down in the video description below. We got you all covered. Again, click the description. I think it shows up on the right-hand side now, too, sometimes. YouTube's doing weird things. We're trying our best. We're keeping up with the Joneses. At least we're trying here on JTN. With all that being said, though, folks, cannot thank you enough. Remember, the next time we're live is going to be Thursday night from Daytona Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series action. For all of us here at JTN, for our producer, Bristol, for Ricky Collette, I've been Joe Towanski. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time live right here on JTN. So long for now, folks. Yeah, and they're going to be 3 wide coming to the checkered. Never mind, they're going to be... Oh! Turn 4 into the trials with Whitehill and through the grass. It's going to be Noah Joyce winning his first career race in the Red Bull Cup Series.
Off the line and they're wrecking behind them. You have cars flying everywhere. Cars upside down. It doesn't matter. Noah Joyce has done it. He's won a Daytona in the 3 car.
again, contact there between Sinner and Bordeaux for
Oh,
third.
the contact! Oakley into the wall. That's going to be Jack Healy coming to the line.
Jack Healy wins the Horizon 250.